22G's is a rapper from New York City who helped put Brooklyn drill on the map. But it looks like he never really left the streets behind, and now he's facing second-degree attempted murder charges after allegedly shooting 3 people in March. Here's what happened. On Sunday, June 12th, 22G's touched down at the John F. Kennedy Airport in Queens. He was scheduled to perform at the Summer Jam Festival, but the cops was waiting for him when he landed and arrested him for attempted second-degree murder. Complex reported that he's also facing second-degree assault, second-degree criminal possession of a weapon, and reckless endangerment. The police are accusing 22G's of shooting 3 people at a Brooklyn club back in March. It ain't exactly clear what went down, but he's accused of shooting at a group of people around 3:30 a.m. According to reports, a 21-year-old got hit in the leg, a 31-year-old was hit in the foot, and a 29-year-old was hit in both legs. According to the cops, all 3 of them identified 22G's as the shooter. News reports say a 31-year-old man and 21-year-old woman got shot, but now it looks like it was actually 3 people who got hit. Billboard reported that inmate records from the NYC Department of Corrections show that 22G's was arrested on Sunday and sent to Rikers Island. His bail was set at $500,000, but right now, it's unclear if he posted it or not. After the news broke, Brooklyn District Attorney Eric Gonzalez hopped on Twitter and said, "This shooting not only wounded the victim, but endangered the lives of everyone in a crowded club. Senseless gang rivalries fuel much of the gun violence in our communities, and I remain committed to vigorously prosecuting anyone who engages in this criminal conduct." This ain't the first time 22G's has been charged with attempted murder. When he was 16, the police claimed him and 3 of his homies was planning to kill their Opps, but the case was eventually dropped. Then, right after he blew up with his track Suburban, 22G's got hit with a second-degree attempted murder charge after he was involved in a road rage situation that ended with 2 people dying. In May 2017, 22G's was riding around Miami with 3 of his homies. At one point, the dude driving the car tried to fit into a tight parking spot, but he ended up hitting a Buick that was parked behind him. The dude who owned the Buick and his friend saw it all happen from across the street and went over to confront 22G's and his homies. The situation got heated, and someone inside the car with 22G's ended up shooting the other 2 dudes. The owner of the Buick survived and told the cops what went down, but unfortunately his friend was pronounced dead at the hospital. 22G's and his homies smashed off after the shooting and got into a chase with the cops. Usually, in situations like this, the police fall back so they don't force the suspect to drive even more dangerously. But 2 Miami cops opened fire at the car and killed the driver, which caused it to crash into 2 police cars. The owner of the Buick told the cops it was the front passenger who shot him, which was 22G's. He was booked on second-degree attempted murder with a deadly weapon and spent 5 months in jail, but the charges later got thrown out. It turned out that the driver was a shooter too, and forensic evidence proved 22G's ain't had nothing to do with it. Beating this case was huge for 22G's, but then, less than a year later, he got arrested again. In February 2018, he got hit with weapon charges after the cops caught him and 11 other people trespassing in the basement. He recorded a Facebook Live video from inside the jail that went viral and ended up beating the case. A year after that, 22G dropped his debut mixtape and was scheduled to perform at Rollin' Loud. This was a massive moment in his career, but the NYPD asked the festival to remove him, Casanova, Pop Smoke, Chef G, and Don Q at the last minute to try and prevent violence from breaking out at the show. 22G's had beef with Chef G and Pop Smoke at the time, so having all of them perform at the same show could have ended badly. Chef G got issues with the Blicky gang, 22G's reps. The war between the Woos and Chos was also put in the spotlight because Pop Smoke and 22G's was on opposite sides of the war. Not getting to perform at Rollin' Loud was definitely a setback, but 22G's ain't let it slow him down. He dropped his second mixtape in 2020, and Suburban Part 2 off of that project cemented him as one of the hottest drill rappers in Brooklyn. Between his 2018 arrest and now, 22G's has stayed out of trouble for the most part. He's had social media beef with a lot of people, but nothing too serious. It seemed like he was trying to leave the street activities in the past, but according to the cops, that ain't the case. Hopefully, 22G's is a good lawyer, because New York don't play when it comes to anything involving guns. There ain't much info out right now about what happened back in March, but more details will probably come out soon, so make sure y'all tap in for updates.